Great, you have your band handy. We're just gonna start with some big open movements, squeeze those shoulder blades together. We talked about posture on Saturday, so we will continue to emphasize that. It's not about rolling your shoulders, it's about opening them. Little easy step touches, side to side. Couple more like this. Last time, big opening, bend your knees in a demi-plie, hands on your thighs, tip forward, think about extending your spine, tuck just your hips under, and then out they go. So we're not doing a full cat-cow, it's just hips under and out, creating mobility through that lower body, getting that extension through the lower body, not worrying about rounding the upper body at this point. Couple more. Last time, send it out, roll the shoulders out of your ears, big deep breath in, lift yourself up, and then we'll start our step touches. We're going to turn that into a step in front with our arms going out front, preview for something to come. And we're going to bring those arms up and knees up and pull down. We're going to start that up and over movement. And in a moment, we'll stay on the left and double time it in 4, 3, 2, 1, here you go. Get that beautiful rotation through that elongated body. Try not to squat down into it. Stay tall. And step touch. Good, turn that into a step in front, press in front. Leave it here, step in front, this time pull back, another preview. So squeeze the shoulder blades, emphasize that, pull it back, pull back, pull back, pull back, and then pull back and down as the knees come up. Really focus on that shoulder blade area. And then we start a little rotation and a little up and over. Stay tall, so you bring your knee up to you. You don't come down to it. You guys look great. In a moment, we'll stay on the right and double time in 4, 3, 2. Here you go. Two more. And step touch. This time I want you to step touch, and I want a little impact here. Press down, press down. Use your heel, little bit of little stunning to your bone, right? Trying to keep some impact here. Most of us are beyond that hopping and jumping and running phase. So we need to get a little bit of challenge for those bones. Keep this going, add a squeeze back, squeeze back, squeeze back. Hopefully you can hear my kind of thunk. If you have a heel issue or bone, some, fragile bones in your leg, be careful with this, right? Maybe you don't stomp. Couple more. And relax, little side to side. Roll one shoulder at a time, opening up, standing tall. Good. Wide legs. Bring it in, abs in, tailbone long, hinge forward. Again, we're hinging from the hips, not the upper body like that. Drop that right shoulder in, press that right leg open, look over the left. Shoulders drop, back through center, other way. Back through center, first side, and second. And then we'll tuck and round and extend again. Don't have to necessarily bring it into that upper back if you already have a tendency to round through there. 2 more times. And then extend, big deep breath in, lift it up. Shoulders squeeze back and down. All right, you're gonna grab your band. We'll keep it untied at this point. You're gonna bring it around behind you, underneath your armpits, basically. And then we're gonna go into our best plie. Toes are turned out, abs are in, tailbone is long. You're just gonna sit down in that plie, see how that is for you. Sit down, feel free to go as low as feels comfortable for your knees. You can add on by coming down, lifting your heels, and then coming up, and then pressing down, lifting up, right? You could stay up on those tippy toes the whole time for balance. You could reverse that and come up on your heels and down on your tippy toes. Or wait, that's what we just did. You come down on your tippy toes and then press up through your heels. You choose, and then when you're ready, we'll add that chest press. So hands straight in front of you. If you feel any discomfort by squeezing on that band, then remember, you can always wrap it around your hand so you don't have to do a big tight grip, and press forward. When you come up, I want you to give me a beautiful squeeze of the chest. I don't care if those ribs pop up at this point. Squeeze, press. If you don't feel enough tension, as always, you'll want to choke up on that band a little bit. You do want to feel this in the front of the chest. And then as you do this, let's angle upward at the same time. So now we'll get a little chest and a little bit of shoulder. So press up and out. As you sit down, press up and out. There we go. And then challenge up a little more, and it comes even more into those shoulders, much less in the chest. And then you're making that choice what you want to do with your legs, your heels, etc. Couple more. This time sit down, bend the elbows the tiniest bit, give me a straight pulse, straight pulse. As you do, bring your hands toward each other. So we're going to start with a little bit of tricep here. So we should have shoulders, chest, tricep. 4, 3, 2, hands together, hold it, shoulders back and down, bend the elbows 1/4 of an inch, index fingers together, straighten, straighten, straighten. Last little bit, you should feel this. Woo! And relax. Ah, woo! All right, we really want to go the other way, right? Chest strength is important, but that upper back strength probably more so. So again, your band is going to be single. You may have to play with where you want it. I just like to wrap it, shoulders back and down. We go into that plie, and we'll start with that band straight out in front of us, and we'll squeeze back. Little rowing motion. You can have your palms facing down or palms facing up. Just really emphasize the shoulders squeezing when you go back. Last 2 like this. Last one. Now we're going to angle it from up to down, right? So you're going to feel a little bit more like a lat pull. Chest stays very open, and then when you're ready, you add your plie. By this time, I hope those quads are feeling this. Right. Elbows out and wide, shoulder blades squeeze together. And again, you're choosing whether you want to be on your tippy toes part of the time, all of the time, whatever. Last time, bring it down. Woo, shrug the shoulders. One more set. Arms start low this time. We're going to come up. Elbows are going to be higher than your wrists. Make sure your wrists are lower than your elbows. And then shrug your shoulders up into your ears. And then add your plie. So it's up and out, getting a nice stretch across the chest, elbows higher. Sort of wish I'd turned the air conditioner on. Few more here. Last one, lift it up. Sit down deeper, elbows higher, give me a pulse, pulse, pulse. If you want to, lift your heels. If you want to, lift and lower your heels while you do this. Elbows high. And relax. Woo! My shoulders are killing me. So you get a stretch. Bring that left shoulder up and across. Drop it down, so pull it down and then let it come gently across. Shake that out. Right arm down, nice and low. Pull it down and then pull it across. All right. Find your chair. You don't need your band right now. We're going to do our Pilates push-up. So hands on the outsides of the chair, palms facing each other. You want to start in that perfect plank position, right? So head in line with your spine, shoulders are broad, hips are tucked, abs are pulled in. And then our tendency is to either drop the hips or pike them up. So do your best to lower down, elbows coming backwards, and try and do your best to lower in a straight line. My ribs always want to go ahead of me. Two more. And relax. Wide stance. Bring your left arm across the chair. Send that tailbone up, so not rounded. Give me an extension. And then lift that opposite arm. Bend the left knee. Right arm up. Come on back through center. Right elbow in. Left arm lifts. And then both hands, elbows in your chair, hands together, slide back and bring your fingers in between your shoulder blades. That should be a tricep stretch. You want more, you scoot back, your elbows stay in the chair, but more of your arm is off. Hands are reaching for your shoulder blades, and then grab hold of your chair, press yourself into an extension, and then lift up. All right. Well, that was all fun. Okay, we're going to lasso our band across our right arch. And if you feel unstable, as always, you could instead take it across the top of the foot and behind, right? Totally up to you if you want to be a little more stable. So that right foot is in the band and your right hand is going to be holding on. You may have to choke up on this and make it a tighter grip. You're going to play with that. Step forward with your left leg. And then we're going to start with that right leg in parallel. We're going to bend and straighten the left one. That's all we're doing right now. Then we're going to lift and lower that right one as we bend and straighten the left one. And then put everything down. Now you should know how tight that band is or isn't. You're going to bring that band into your arm. Arm is down here. When your leg goes up, your arm comes forward, front of the deltoid, left knee bends. Straighten the left knee, bend it, lift the right leg, lift the hand forward. Lots going on here. Couple more. Last one. Relax your arm, bend your left knee, bend your right knee, push back. Push back. You may even be able to create more tension by grabbing hold of the back of the chair with your right hand. Pressing, abs in, long spine, left knee bent, and relax. Please don't forget that position. Coming back to it really soon. As a matter of fact, let's just get this done. All right, scoot it forward so your right hand is going to be gripping the chair and the band. Bend that left knee, turn your right leg out. So your big toe is on the ground, bend the left knee a lot. And you lift up on that outward angle. I recently was in a class and they called this your corner seat. Couldn't figure out if she was saying quarter seat. Like this is the outside quarter of my glutes, or a corner seat. Don't really know what a corner seat is, but there you go. All right, lift it up, curl it in, keep it up, curl it in. So my knee is pointed out and down. My leg is curling in, hamstring curl, and I notice that I shifted to the left, so I'm going to try and square it up. The last two, the last one. I don't even know where to start with stretching because everything hurts. Let's cross the left ankle over the right thigh first. Send that tailbone out, drop into it, long spine, tuck it under, and send it out. Left leg over the right, up and over to the right you go, hips go left. Bring that back to center. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh, send the tailbone out. Woo, round it under, send it out again. Bring it up, step forward and out with that right leg, a little bit of an angle. Bend your left knee, send your tailbone back, feel a hamstring stretch. Weight is on your left leg, roll the toes up and gently bring them down. And somebody help me out if I skip stuff on the left side. You guys can stay because you're, doing the same thing, but if you can't see me, then feel free to move your chair to the other side. So this time your left foot is going to step into that band. And you may know already this time that you maybe need a looser or a tighter grip. Right knee bends, and we just start with that right knee bending and straightening. And then we start with that left leg up and down with that right leg. And then we start with that left arm out in front of us, and it comes forward, and the leg goes up, and the right leg straightens. So 3 things. Right glute and quad, left glute and hamstring, left anterior deltoid. Good. Bring that left hand to touch. Lift that left leg up, bend that right knee. Oops. Press straight. Bend and straighten. And relax. Take a breather before we do that next one. Hold on to your chair with your left hand. Bend that right knee. Left leg turns out, right? And we're going up and out on that angle. So it's not sideways and it's not back. It's halfway between them. It's your corner seat. That actually is your quarter seat, right? If I'm bisecting that 90-degree angle, 45 degrees, I don't know, is that a quarter of an angle? No, it's a half of an angle, sorry. Last two, math wasn't my strong suit. Last one, lift it up, bend it in, hamstring curl, bend in, bend in. Make sure that knee is higher, you won't feel it as much. Bend, bend. It's not a kick, it's a bend. Pull it in, make sure the leg is far enough away so it's hamstring, not quad. Last two, last one. Woo! Right leg crosses the left, booty goes back, round it under, send it out again. Bring it up, right leg over left, hips go right, arms go left. And then step back, left leg goes forward, right knee bends, roll those left toes up. And roll them back down. And up we go one more time. Woo! Okay. We're going to do another set of those beautiful Pilates push-ups. Again, you won't need your band right now. Hands in the chairs. Shoulders out of your ears. Find your high plank position. Beautiful posture. Abs in, bend and straighten. Come to the top. Hold here, bend the elbow just a quarter of an inch and straighten. Straighten. We're just working that top quarter seat. And relax. Ooh, let's go right to that tricep stretch. Elbows on the edge of the chair, wide stance so you can flatten your back. And then hands come down to the center of your back and you should feel that beautiful hamstring, or excuse me, tricep stretch. Hands on that chair, extend that spine and lift it up. Woo, okay. All right, now that quad. So everybody, or not everybody, some of y'all wanted to kick on that last one. This one is going to be the opposite of that curl. This is the kick. We get to work that now. Let's put this band across the left leg. Again, you can always make it a little safer. You're going to want to choke up on this a little bit, but enough. You want to have your elbow glued to your side. Lift that leg up, bend it a little bit, stretch it out. So I'm going to choke up on it more for now, but I know that I'm going to have to move my leg back. But I want to feel that quad, and I don't want to be leaning back, right? So sitting on those sit bones, nice and tall. Even if your foot's a little lower, that's okay. 2 more. Last one. This is where we're going to switch that grip so that when my knee bends, my elbow bends, and then they both straighten. And now, woo, that should intensify everything. So hamstring, or excuse me, tricep and quadricep. It's the sep day. Couple more. And relax. We'll stretch that, both of those in a second. Let's just lasso that right foot. And again, we just want to start making sure that we have that quad challenge, right? So you might have a tighter grip at this point. And then elbow by your side. And you're going to see if you can straighten your arm and your leg at the same time. So sitting nice and tall. You need to grab hold of that other knee so you can extend the spine rather than being rolled back. You're getting a little bit of inner thigh because your arm obviously is outside of your leg. Almost there. And relax. Ah, all right, now let's get some stretching. So scoot. So your left hip drops off completely. You can take that left leg down. Left arm comes behind you. Woo, tricep stretch. Reach for that left shoulder. And then the center of your back. And then your right shoulder. Bring it up and over. Let's scoot the right glute off. Drop that hip. And then right hand to the right shoulder. And center. And the other side. And shake that all out. Hands right on that chair, legs go wide. Actually, just on your inner thighs. Open up in that cow, extend that spine, lift that chest. Nod your head yes. Exhale, tuck the hips under. Feel yourself rolling onto the backs of your hips. And then roll onto the fronts of your hips. Roll onto the backs of your hips. Roll onto the front. So this little movement, you might see my torso moving, but really emphasize what's going on in your hips, right? Oh, a couple more. And relax. We are coming up off that chair. You won't need your chair anymore, but you do need your band. So as you come down, your band is with you. We're just going to sit in a very comfortable seated position and pull the glutes out from under us. Band is going to be single again, right? Band broke up with its mate. I'm just kidding. All right. So wrap it around. Remember what we did standing up? We did rowing here. We did rowing here. We did rowing up here. We're going to do that. And as we do it, we want to think about not caving into our spine, right? We want to sit up as tall as possible. Think about every time you pull down, really emphasizing that sitting tall. Just a few more. This is just a reminder for our shoulders. Last 2. And last 1. All right, keep those bands where they are. Put them across your shin and use that to roll yourself down nice and slowly. And then hug those knees in with that. Little rock side to side. And then feet on the ground. I'm still holding my band just like I was. Deep breath in. Exhale, punch a hole in the ceiling with your fingers, bring them overhead and widen them up against that band. And then exhale down. Inhale, lift up, head in line with your spine, open and reach back down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, stretch, reach. If this bothers your neck, if you have osteoporosis, then keep your head down and use your arms as that lever. We're going to add on here in just a second by lifting those knees in tabletop and extending those legs when we extend those arms. And we press out, do the same with your legs. Press out and come back. Press out and come back. Keep that going, out and back. Reach and back, keep going, reach and back, just a few more. Last two. Last one, open everything, pulse out, pulse out, pulse out, abs in, arms reaching, little tricep work. 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Woo, hug that across your knees, little rock, and then you may have to scoot your hands out just a little bit, depending on your band, to drape that across your hips and get all 10 fingers on the ground, right? So if you need to loosen your band, as I did, geez, feel free. So it's single still, right? You're welcome. We'll add on in just a second. Big toes together, knees to touch, unless that's very uncomfortable for you. Keep your fingers on the ground, your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders lift up against the band. Keep your hands down, lift up against the band. Keep your hands down, lift up. Keep your hands, lift up. Keep the hands down, lift up. And now stay lifted. Stretch your right leg so your knees are still touching. Lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up. Ooh, lift up. 2 more. Lift, lift. Right knee bends, left leg extends. Same thing. Lift, 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 and down. Nope, we need a couple more on the left side. Lift, and then come down. Sorry about that. I don't know. All right. Your band can be single or doubled up. Doubled up is going to give you a little more help. So if you want to do that, bring that band around behind you, doubled up. Put your feet on the ground, try and keep your feet down. Deep breath in, exhale, walk your feet away a little bit and use your biceps to help curl yourself up, lifting tall at the end, straighten the legs out, hinge so that you're shifting onto the front of your sit bones, but don't round your back, right? You don't want to be here, sit tall, beautiful. Then those knees, lower yourself down nicely with control, inhale at the bottom, exhale, bring it up. Straighten those legs out, lift tall through the spine. Exhale, bring it down. Now, if at some point it's okay with your back, you can keep those legs out the whole time. Just doing a couple more of these roll-ups. And then next time you come down, we're going to stay down. We're going to bend both knees. We're going to take that loop that you created when you folded the band in half and put it across the top of the right foot. So my bands are dangling from my right foot, and then I'm just going to cross them behind, and now I have wrangled that foot. Lift that right shoulder off the ground with a straight arm, pull it down. Lift it up, straight arm, pull down. Lift and down, straight arm, so I'm not bending my elbow. Lift and pull down. Last time, pull it down, and then now you can play with, but I want you to keep your shoulder on the ground as you start leg circles. Inhaling to start a circle, exhaling to finish it, and make sure you move opposite directions every time. Try to keep your left side quiet and stable. If you want, you can straighten that left leg out on the ground. You'll probably be able to make slightly bigger circles than, slightly bigger circles than usual because you are holding on to that band. All right, back up you go. See if you can just loosen that a little bit and slip your left foot in there and then right foot onto the ground. And then left arm, nice and straight, press the shoulder blade down, lift it up, press it down, lift it up, press it down, lift it up, 2 more, down and up. Last time, pull it down, and then you start that leg circle. Again, this is all about keeping the hips nice and quiet. And then you can straighten that right leg out on the ground and flex through the heel, make those circles bigger. And then next time you come back to center, see if you could once again loosen that loop and just snake your right foot in. So now I got both feet wrangled. I can keep the bands on the outside, or so long as I have them across the front, I can bring it between the arches like that. And now I'm going to put my elbows on the ground, shoulders on the ground. I'm going to sink my ribs and my abs and lower my legs and flex to lift them up. Now I could do this completely. Hey babe, thank you for joining us. You made our day. You're going to lengthen and lower. You can use your biceps as much as you want, or you can use your legs, your abs, or you can kind of use a little bit of both and get good, beautiful form. Hi, precious. Okay. You can love. Couple more here. All right, next time your legs come up, I want you to walk your way up towards your feet, grab hold, maybe even wrap your hands for comfort, and then let your legs roll forward and let your upper body roll up with that. And then roll back, legs come with you. So this is basically just a legs together version of open leg rocker. And next time you come up, you're going to hold it. Balance, find that balance, and maybe unravel your hands so that you can use your arms to lift your legs higher and sit up out of your hips. Find that, and then gently, bring that down. All right, I want to get a little extension, so we're going to bring that band down onto the ground out in front of you. And your forehead will be toward the front of the mat. Legs are long and pointed. Feet are on the ground. And hands are on the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull the belly button in. Lift the kneecaps. Lift your upper body. And then challenge. Press out on the band and see if you can lift, even if it's just an inch. See, or maybe you can lift above your hands above your head. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, stretch, reach. And down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, stretch, reach. And down. A couple more here. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, stretch, reach. Last time. Deep breath in. Lift, stretch, reach. Hold it here. Stretch it out. Lift it up. And bring it down. We're going to do one more extension. This time that band comes across your low back. Palms need to be facing up, please. And as I always mention this position, our shoulders want to drop forward. So lift them up, deep breath in, stretch long, press out, and come down. Deep breath in, stretch long, press out, and come down. Variation, pull your belly button in, lift up, pull out, but then rotate your palms to face. That's going to bring my shoulder blades closer. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, stretch, reach, rotate together, and down, inhale. Exhale, stretch, reach, lift, and rotate. Good. Keep it going. Just 2 more. Last time, reach, stretch. Beautiful. We'll press back. Resting position, hips sit back on your heels. Arms can be out front, helping you to keep that shoulder open, or you can let them drop and hug your feet, whatever you want to do. You can pet your kitty cat. Yeah. Good. And then when you come up, we'll do our plank with the band for a little extra resistance. Comes underneath your armpits. And then you come down onto your forearms. And you want to get tension, but you want to make sure your pinkies are on the ground. And now we're just going to press against the band with the shoulders. Push and push. My hips are down, so I'm just doing sort of a little cobra motion here. Last two, last one. Push against the band and now lift your hips off the ground. So from my head to my hips, I'm in a plank, and then I'm going to push against the band. Even though my body is moving, it's just coming from the shoulders. Option to roll onto the tops of your thighs and do this same motion. You don't have to do the motion. And final option, tuck those toes, press against the band, and press, and press, and press, 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 and press. Whoa. Come on, up and over. You're going to come into a seated position, left leg in front, right leg behind you. Really give it a nice tuck back. Try and bring the heel closer and drop over and feel a stretch. We just want to open up those hips because we're talking about lifting the chest. That's hard to do if your hips are tight and they pull you under, right? And then up and over we go. Use that bottom arm to help lift yourself up. Sit tall for a moment, pull the glutes out from under you. We're not going to do that side to side, very annoying exercise. It's just about growing that posture. And then we get to flip those legs around, right leg in front, left leg off to the side. Push that knee back behind your hip, pull that heel closer, and up and over you drop, arm up, open to the back. Make sure you're growing tall through that spine. Well, thanks for being here. And then use that bottom arm to help lift yourself up. Take a moment, find that tall spine, even though you're only on one hip, and then pivot around. And we will, while we're right here, lasso that right leg, band. Oh, you know what? You can do the safe way, or if you're up for a little extra stretch, but a little bit scarier, you can put your foot in it parallel. And then I'm going to grab the front of the band with my right hand and pull it down until my toes are back towards my face, and then I'll grab hold. Press the ball of the foot to the sky and then the toes, and then pull the toes back, ball of the foot presses up, heel presses up, big stretch all the way down that back of the leg. Press the ball of the foot and then the toe, and then toe back, ball of the foot back, heel back. Let's pivot out, duck footed, ball of the foot presses up, toe comes back, ball of the foot back, heel back, and then go pigeon toed. Same thing, ball of the foot, toes, and then toes come back, ball of the foot comes back, heel comes back. Just slip your hand down that a little bit so that you can drop your elbow onto the ground and let that right leg hang in space. Bring it back through center using your left hand, straighten out that left leg, turn your left toes in, let that leg drop over to the left. You can put your elbow on the ground. Again, I'm going to get that passive outer hip stretch by hanging in space. And then back to center we go. I'm going to bring that knee down and I'm going to choke up on that band so much. Again, I'm going to move through that foot and then I'm going to see if I can straighten the leg. There should be shaking because, you know, the band was tight already. And now you just let that band slip through your hands as you lower that leg. And then just release. Maybe. We'll get that outer hip in just a second, but let's do the left leg first. So band however you want it. I like to put my foot in it parallel, if that happens. And then I'm going to use my left hand and pull those toes toward me. Yikes, that's tight. And then I'm going to push the ball of the foot to the sky and then the toes. Toes back, ball of the foot back, heel back. Same thing one more time. And then duck footed, ball of the foot, toes push up, toes pull back, ball of the foot, and then heel. Oh, and then turn in, press up, 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 and pull back, back, back. Beautiful. Slip that band down or let your hand slip down the band, open to the left. You'll notice your right hip lifts up, so you can get your right hip down and then open. Little different angle there. Use your right hand, help bring that back to center, turn your toe in, drop the right elbow on the ground. Let that left hip open up. Come on back through center. Bend that knee in, choke up on that band, press and pull through the foot one more time, and then straighten the leg with probably a lot of challenge, and then let that slip as you go down. Oh, that feels awesome. Soles of the feet together, please. Inner thigh, passive stretch. You could gently put your hands on your inner thighs if that would feel good. Maybe let them rock side to side gently. Then reach around, grab both hamstrings, hug them in. Put the right foot on the ground, left leg crosses over. Press open into your thread the needle. Reach around, grab that right hamstring, hug it in. Little rock side to side. And then finally, left leg all the way over the right, pull the knees up and over to the right, stick with that beautiful hip stretch or let them drop right. Back through center, uncross. Right leg across the left, thread your needle. Rocking side to side if that feels good. Stick with that or cross that right leg all the way over, give it a hug. Let them move to the left and stay there or twist into it. And then however you want to get there, meet me on your hands and knees, and we'll roll forward and back in that cat-cow. Again, emphasize the lower spine and the mid spine, maybe not so much that upper area between your shoulder blades. That doesn't mean you can't drop your head if you want on the cat, or you can keep it in neutral. And then we'll tuck the toes, we'll lift up, we'll press back. We're going to walk into a wide stance, pedal those heels if that would feel good. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs, little nutmeg stretch because she's back. Thank you. And extend. Would you like to be on my mat? I know you do. Big deep breath in. Curtsy 1, curtsy 2. Thank you.